Okay, hi Aquarius. I guess we're going with that kind of an introduction today. Hey, hi, how are you? You know, Aquarius, this is the third time I'm filming for you, and each time I feel like it just gets weirder and weirder. So, this is the Mercury retrograde, I'm assuming, because everything's falling apart. Hey, hi, how are you? Welcome to my channel, welcome back. And welcome to those of you who are new here. I didn't fix my nails before doing this. Oh well, if I don't do it now, I won't, so I apologize now. Let me just go ahead and get into the disclaimers. What if I don't know. This is going to be a fun reading. Here we go. The first one is, I'm sorry if you hear any noise. There are cats moving around, there are people in this house, you know, obviously humans live and we make noise. So I apologize for that. The second is, as you saw with the camera and all the setup and stuff like that just now, things tend to move. I talk with my hands a lot. Well, in your case, right now, I'm going to try not to talk with my hands so much. But things do tend to move around and stuff like that. So, for your case, and to not see my horrible nails, I'm going to try not to show you my hands so much. So, I'm a little bit on the oh boy. Oh gosh. I also have ADHD, in case you haven't noticed. I can't talk, apparently. Hi. I hope you guys can still hear me, because I'm now starting to rock. Basically, this reading is an intuitive reading. It's very basic. It is simply where you are going, and the end result. I'm going to try to shuffle on the camera as well, so you guys can see the cards as they come out. We're just taking messages as they resonate right now. And yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it. So where you guys are at right now in this current moment is Neon City. The lights are blinding. So disillusionment, deception, and secrets. So there feels, oh boy, there is some sort of truth that is coming out to you. Do you like this lighting? Because I hate it. It feels like you're currently in the stage of awakening yourself to come back to yourself, and like you're opening your eyes and you're kind of just like, well, this isn't going well. Aquarius, I swear to God, each time I sit here and do your videos, I never know how to talk, and it's so strange. It's only ever with Aquarius. We then have Lotus Room. This is the place you are going to, which is taking up space. So growing, expanding, and awakening. And then the end result of all of this is puppet show stage. Acts can't go on forever. So essentially what I'm seeing here is that your journey right now is one where you are opening up to new ideas, in the sense that you are allowed to be who you are, you know? I feel like a lot of you have silenced yourself, have let yourself be pushed around, and now you're moving into this stage of reckoning, is what I would like to say. And that's good for you guys, I think, especially since we are in Aquarius season. I feel like it's your time to shine. Of course, this message is timeless, so you may not be seeing this during Aquarius season, but right now we are in Aquarius season, so I feel like a lot of you guys are breaking loose from the chains that are holding you back. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, and we're back. Wow, I didn't realize how close I was to the camera. So, alright. I'm pretty sure I just covered up to the fact that I do think you're breaking out of something, and I think that you are growing. I don't want to say your sense of self-worth, but I feel like boundaries are definitely going to be opening up for you. Wow, that's what I get for just... Okay, anyway, so we have the Four of Swords. Some of you may be taking some time here, and I feel like this has to do heavily with this Neon City card here. You have taken the time, and temperance and strength. Okay. You have been taking the time to really plan out your next moves. A lot of you have been giving yourselves rest, because I feel like you have tired yourself to the point of exhaustion. But I feel like for the majority of you as well, the Four of Swords is talking about planning and trying to think through a better means of how you can be yourself and to grow, essentially. I feel like you guys have given a lot of time to other people, and now it's time to return that and bring it back into yourself. This may be a little bit of a tough road ahead of you, so I do think that you're asked to have courage, essentially. Some of you are really hoping for a goal or a dream of some kind to come true, and I feel like it is coming towards you rather quickly. I did get a catch of the devil as I was shuffling the cards. It wanted to pop out, but it didn't exactly. And so I feel like a message here for some of you is that you need to be careful with how you're going to extremes, right? How much work you're putting into something, how often you say or do something, how much time you're giving yourself for rest. Like, don't overburden yourself, right? There are cycles and maybe addictions that you might need to face and release before you can fully move on to this. For some of you, this might be about codependency. It could be about giving too much of yourself and not fully returning that favor back onto yourself, like talking low about your skills, not charging enough if you guys are doing like a small business thing or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like for a lot of you, a lot of this has to do with your self-worth. Okie dokie. 5 of Cups and 9 of Cups. What's interesting about this is I heard the word death, and I feel like in this case it means healing, because the 5 of Cups does talk about grief and it does talk about healing and stuff like that. And I feel like the death card should show up in this reading at some point, because I really do feel like you guys are at least beginning those stages of a transformation, right? And that 9 of Cups does talk about independence, and it talks about freedom, emotional freedom. So I feel like a lot of you are breaking chains, and you are releasing the burden that you hold against probably yourself, the past, other people, and stuff like that, and you're moving on to something better. I'm also catching glimpses of the Queen of Cups, so I feel like for some of you, you could be dealing with a woman in particular who's rather manipulative, or is just really used to having their way, and you kind of have to be that person that says, knock it off. So 6 of Wands, that's a good card to have. 7 of Swords, which goes back to that deception, disillusionment kind of stuff. And the 5 of Wands. Can we please? Thank you. Sorry, I'm a little on edge right now because we heard a loud bang outside, aka a GUN. And so we don't know where it comes from. Because, like, it's odd because there's a snowstorm going on right now, so, what? Yeah. And it was very close to the house, so we're all kind of like, what the heck's going on? Anyway. 5 of Wands and 7 of Swords. For some of you, okay, I feel like there is going to be an argument of some kind. Some things have to be said, and you may or may not like the idea of a confrontation, because I don't think somebody is going to take this very lightly. And I feel like first, it's 50-50. Some of you, this person's going to try to brush it off. They're going to be like, yeah, whatever, and you are going to have to start putting your foot down more. For others of you, they're going to try to bark at you, essentially. They're going to be like all aggressive about it, and they'll be like, well, you weren't like this yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So be prepared for quite a bit of disagreements, I would say. The 7 of Swords, especially with that 5 of Wands, it's telling me that I think you guys are going to be dealing with a lot of true colors. A lot of things are going to be reveal themselves to you, and I feel like a lot of it is nothing new. I feel like you are expecting it. I feel like this either has to do with personal relationships or this has to do with work. Very specifically, I'm trying to pick up on like other elements and other messages here, but it's very strongly about disagreements with somebody. I don't know who in particular it's with, but given all of this Capricorn-ish kind of energy, because I almost forgot that I'm talking to Aquariuses, I really do feel like this has to do with work. And that does not just mean like where you physically like get paid to do money. This could be about any sort of projects for like school, any sort of volunteer work and stuff like that. Whatever you put time and energy to, I really do feel like there's somebody in your circle right now that's trying to fight you on something. And then we have the 6 of Wands, which does guarantee you will have victory over this. You will have victory regardless of what is going on. You will come out top dog, okay? So don't fret too much about this 5 of Wands. I feel like for some of you it's just a mere bump on the road to glory, essentially. 3 of Pentacles, the Emperor, oh, a 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, so this kind of confirms to me that this is most likely about work. And I do see other people coming to your aid. Other people respecting your boundaries more, other people hopping on this hype train with you. They're going to be helping you, essentially. And the Knight of Pentacles as well. Don't rush into anything. Don't rush it out of anything. Simply just take your time, you know. Rome was not built in a day, and especially if you carry past traumas with you, this is going to be something that has to be taken slowly, right? You've been building this for some time anyway, and I do see that you're essentially reaching that Emperor point. You are essentially taking reign of everything, and you're like, listen, here's what I want, here's what I'm gonna do, and you either listen to me or, you know, I'll find something better. The Emperor could also be somebody that you're dealing with. This does not have to be the opponent, so to speak. I feel like this person's coming in to help you. I'm getting Aries vibes, but I also think this is Leo energy as well. Somebody who's very fierce and assertive. They might be louder than you as well. And so I feel like they're going to essentially help you, right? You may struggle with your words like I am right now. And this person's going to be like, I got you. And they just know all the right things to say, you know? They could also be like your boss or somebody like higher than you who has your back, essentially. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords, and then we have the King and Queen of Cups. Finally, a little bit of romance. For those of you interested, anyway. For some of you, okie dokie, I do think that there's some clarity coming in for a relationship. If you have your eye on somebody, I feel like the air's going to clear around that, and you'll be able to, I heard get used to them. Okay. But, you know, go on a date, have some fun. For some of you, this, I know. Do you like it? I painted, instead of using the same color, I used a different one. Yeah. But at least now my nails don't look that ratchet. Anyway, for some of you, this whole argument, this whole dispute comes from somebody who you see as your equal. It could be an actual lover, could be a close family member or something like that. And I feel like if there is miscommunication, it's going to be cleared up. However, I do think this is two separate incidents. I'm not going to lie to you. This really feels like two separate things. Not necessarily icing on the cake, because I feel like this is clearing the air, whereas the first one we literally just spoke about is more like, listen, you're pushing me, you're poking me, I don't like it, and it's just gonna bump heads. This just feels romantic. It feels nice. It feels like you're getting to know somebody who is on your level, who's on your side, and you just understand each other. So that's cute. I dig that. Okie dokie. I hope everything's making sense so far. You zoom in once and suddenly everything's just I'll never the bliss. Anyway, the Empress, so taking care of yourself, taking care of other people. Ooh, the World. Hi. Ugh, that was random. And what else do we have? Page of Swords. Yeah, so again we have communication. Communication's going to be a big thing for you in the near future here, or if it's not already. You also have a lot of major arcana, which is interesting. I'm also seeing the Hierophant and the Hermit, but we'll see if those actually want to come out. So I feel like the Empress, while it does talk about taking care of other people and stuff like that, I think in your case it's more so about taking care of yourself. Especially with the Page of Swords, right? So this whole argument, miscommunication, especially with the lover here, or the love interest, or the person you care about, take that as it resonates. It could be all online, right? So just be careful with what your words are saying. We are in Mercury retrograde right now, so just be careful with how you say things, how you come, your intentions, right? I can't tell you how many people I literally on my social medias have seen fighting simply because we all misunderstood each other. This Mercury retrograde, man, it is, like, I've never really experienced a Mercury retrograde, but this one has been, like, going at it. It's taken all of us to Pound Town. And that just may be the case for you guys as well. Some of it's more serious than others, like especially that first bit, because like I keep stressing, that first bit really feels like a boundary issue. But the rest of this, right, with the why? Technology, stop failing me. But the rest of this here, it feels genuine. It feels like somebody's wanting to get to know you, to take care of you, and you taking care of yourself, right? Cycles ending, new things beginning. It's an inevitable, there we go. And I just feel like a lot of communication's coming your way, and a lot of good communication too. In fact, it feels refreshing. Am I really just gonna have to stop what I'm doing and go cry? Okay. Anyway, it just feels peaceful, right? You're coming out of this puppet show kind of stage, and you're coming into this new energy where it's nurturing and inviting and warm. We got the Four of Pentacles, which does tell me that you're building this, right? People are wanting to help you. Ten of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Yeah. You're finally relieving a lot of that responsibility, a lot of that burden. You're like, nah, like, I'll take care of the people that I want to take care of, but I need to focus on me, essentially. And all the people are like, we got you. And they'll help carry that burden with you. So much balance is coming in for you. Oh my god, look at that. Four of Wands. Four of Wands. I saw the Page of Cups. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. And the High Priestess, Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is kind of interesting because somebody told me today that the Five of Pentacles could be a true love card, right? Because the 5 represents the 5 senses. So that's actually really kind of cute too, especially if you're looking for love here. There is a small love message here about finding that person that you really can connect with. The High Priestess here, I think, has more so to do with education, right? Learning about the person. And the Four of Wands is enjoying them with you and just enjoying the moment for what it is. And the High Priestess could also be about intuition, and especially pairing that with the Empress. You know, you're learning to trust yourself more. I feel like a lot of you have been doubting yourself lately. There's the Page of Pentacles. Oh, look, there's the Devil. The two that wanted to come out earlier but never did. But yeah, this could also be about, you know, learning to trust your intuition and giving yourself a break, essentially, right? Going after ideas and creative pursuits, especially, that really calm you down. Hobbies, even so much so as just taking a nap and taking a shower. You know, you are addressing those addictions, those cycles, like I mentioned, and you're like, you know what, I need a break. It's time for me to relax. And I really do feel like that that is coming for you. And I feel like you are going to be meeting people, not even just love, but just meeting people, reconnecting with others, and just enjoying this new take, if that makes sense. I love how it's nearing the end of this reading and now it just decides to be a big but. Yes, that's for love readings. Anyway, I just wanted to do some like little mini oracle cards. They come with this tarot deck and stuff. They're like a pair. It's kind of cute. To see if I can like pick up on anything else here before I set you guys free. So you don't have to see my terrible footage that I hardly edit because I don't understand it. Woo! Okay, so Woman in the Water. It's time to travel far below the surface. There is so much more than what meets the eye in this situation. Why is this in reverse? We don't read reversals when it comes to this oracle deck. Ding dong. Okay, so Rattling Chains Ghost. It's time to be heard. Don't be silent. And Lonely Ghost. That's interesting. Just be. You need to feel these feelings. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of... Okay. Okay. Aquarius. I mean, this is pretty straightforward, wouldn't you say? You know, Empress energy, Queen and King of Cups. They want to be loved. They're very intuitive. They're caring. It's okay to feel what you're feeling. It's okay. You know, to rub your feet against the very plush carpet and be like, yes, peacefulness. It's okay to be angry with, you know, how people have been treating you. Do not silence yourself, you know? And I feel like the Woman in the Water here goes back to the High Priestess especially. But obviously, you know, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, the Devil even. It's okay to embrace these feelings. It's okay to be angry. You know, I feel like people talk down about anger all the time. And yeah, it can be destructive. But when used in a constructive way, it's so liberating. It's so freeing. Like, I don't know. I can go on and on about how I had anger issues and how I learned to justify my anger and use it in a very inappropriate way, being like, listen, you know, I'm angry because such, and such, and if you don't change that, like, here are my boundaries and you're crossing them, you know? Use that anger justifiably and, you know, not in a very destructive way, you know? If somebody hurts you, recognize that and then be able to tell them that. Even if you have to take a step back and go back to them 2 weeks later and be like, hey, that thing you did 2 weeks ago really bothered me. I've had to do that before with people. And you guys can do that too, okay? Recognize your feelings, Aquariuses. Let's see. Horde of Ghosts. You don't have to go alone. Choose a quest buddy or 3. And let's see. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, the hungry ghost. Some questions have no answers. The hungrier you become, the more you starve. That's interesting. And then ironically, we also have ectoplasm. It's okay to not have all the answers. Okay, so I think I might have missed a message here. Some of you could just be confused about something with somebody, and that's probably why the miscommunication starts. Now that I'm kind of seeing these oracle messages, it does kind of feel like some of you are like going to be pushing and pushing and pushing and being like, well, why did this happen? Why did you do this to me? Why am I going through this? And you know what? Right now you may not get all the answers, and you may never get all the answers, and I unfortunately can't give them for you either. You know, sometimes it is just what it is, and it sucks. Horde of Ghosts is fun because it makes me think of that Three of Pentacles. You know, people are going to help you. They're going to grow with you. I was also seeing the Six of Pentacles as well, and I keep wanting to say the Three of Cups. So there is people who want to be by your side. I did mention that you will be getting some new people in your life, reconnecting, strengthening relationships. People are not just going to up and leave you because you're like, hey, here's my opinion on this. Here's how I feel like I've been treated. You guys got to fix it, you know? It's okay to put those boundaries down. Aquarius, do that for me. Yeah, so I think I'll go ahead and leave this here because I think it's pretty straightforward, you know? I mean, I could just keep going and going and going, but with the camera that wants to keep falling, me not being able to talk well, and whatever the heck just happened outside, you know, it's been a night. So I'll let you go, Aquariuses. I hope this makes sense. If you want to stick around, I try to post on a weekly basis. I do try. I also have other social medias in which you can follow me on if you want other free readings that I do post on a more daily basis, so you can check those out as well in the description. I love you guys, whether you're new or old to this channel, and maybe I'll see you in the next video. Who knows? But I do hope you stick around. You know, we have fun here. We have a chaotic time here. Anyway, have a good day. Have a good night. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.